Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch the Movie. I am Mike, and we have an Exorcist update in the Exorcist universe. Why is there an Exorcist universe at all? I don't know, Greg. It's just the world that we're living in, and it sucks, okay? I'm not saying that everything sucks. You know, Exorcist 3 was great, and Exorcist 3 was great, and then you know what happened with Blumhouse and the Exorcist Golden Retriever, whatever the hell it was called. And it was awful. It was a terrible movie. It was everything that's wrong with what Blumhouse does these days. And we made a million videos about that. And if you want movie news updates videos that talk about all this stuff, please consider subscribing and clicking like on the channel because it helps the video a lot, and all that other crap that we have to do to keep making these videos. We need it! So give us that shit. But yeah, so you know how I felt about the movie. I thought it was an absolute atrocity that had a chance halfway through and then ultimately just buckled under the weight of David Gordon Green's indecision and Blumhouse's terrible decisions and just made this ho-hum popcorn crap movie that wasn't great at all. And it was an embarrassment to the name of The Exorcist simply because if you're going to make an Exorcist sequel in the dark year of our Lord, 2023, 2024, the whole purpose of The Exorcist, the whole thing it did was really disturb and upset and push boundaries and fuck your mind up with the awful horrid things it did. Which is, these are all the opposite things of what Blumhouse as a company does these days. Safe, bubblegum, PG-13, don't want to offend anyone or upset anyone type of things that they're doing. It's a complete opposite of The Exorcist, which is why I feel like if you're going to make an Exorcist movie, it's the worst possible studio that could have their hands on it. And maybe they'll prove me wrong. And today, if they are ever going to prove me wrong, we took a step in that direction by possibly hiring Mike Flanigan Mannequin, Ken Kniff from Connecticut, hiring Mike Flanigan to direct the new Exorcist movie. Now, this is just in talks. This isn't official or anything. Blumhouse didn't comment, but it's one of those things where typically they're probably going to get it done. And that'll be great, I think. I mean, how do you guys feel about Mike Flanigan as a possibility? I think it's great. And here's why. If you look at his credits and what they include Hush, which was pretty rad. Gerald's Game, I thought was super great. I thought it was actually underrated. I love that movie. I thought he did a great job with it. He's done a bevy of amazing and really smart and fun Netflix horror TV shows over the years, like Haunting of Hill House. He's done Oculus. The actually shockingly good Ouija sequel was him. And the most important one in this that he's done that ties into this the most is What's Love Got to Do with It? I mean, The Shining prequel, Dr. Sleep. Dr. Sleep proves that he could take a huge classic movie like this and do something with it modern by today's standards and have it be a success. Was it a box office success? Obviously no, but that could be due to many other issues. Now that I do have an uphill battle to climb with that, I would hate to see Flanigan make this movie and do a really good Exorcist sequel, and because of what David Gordon Green did in the last film, and nobody going to see it, that would be a huge bummer for sure. And then he would get tagged with that whole like, oh, his movies are box office, you don't want that for sure. And I'm sure that's got to be in his head somewhere. But I think Mike Flanigan is a great director. And I know a lot of people have been calling his name out for the Nightmare on Elm Street series a lot as well when it comes to those things. And I know he wants to do that, but he's a worker, he puts out tons of content. I think he's the right man for the job if you're going to do it. Now, there's no word so far as to whether or not it's going to be a sequel to The Exorcist Believer, Golden Retriever. We don't know if that's going to be the situation there at all. I really hope it's not. I hope that he does his own original project, and we'll get to what I'd like to see in just a second, but there's no word on whether this is going to follow up that last movie, which when The Exorcist Believer ended, I literally thought to myself, just like I did with some of the Halloween films, like, I don't know where the fuck we're going. Like, I have no grasp. Jesus took the fucking wheel long ago from David Gordon Green and his pen. Like, we have no idea what the plot is or what the direction is or where we're heading. I need to find the directory in this franchise right now. So I felt the same way when the last movie ended. Like, oh, please tell me he's not going back into the city is evil tropes as he showed like different parts of the city. I'm like, you gotta be fucking mind-fucking me right now. Learn a lesson. Learn a lesson for once in your goddamn life. Learn from your previous mistakes. But no. And that's what led to him obviously leaving the franchise, and that's where we are right now currently. So I wouldn't think that they would go with The Exorcist Deceiver. And here's the big question. If they do go with The Exorcist Deceiver and they still follow up on this same trilogy and don't try to do something completely different, did they already have a script, treatment, whatever in place? And is he just going to follow that? Because that's worst case scenario. If they still use a David Gordon Green team script, and by the way, I don't hate David Gordon Green. I think David Gordon Green is a good director, and I think he can make good films. I think Halloween 2018 was a good film. I enjoyed a lot of the slasher elements of Halloween Kills. I thought Halloween Ends was a terrible capper to that trilogy, but also standalone, not nearly as bad as a movie as it gets heat for. But it just wasn't what they marketed, promoted, told us. So by ipso facto, it made a lot of people mad. But I do think David Gordon Green's talented. I just don't think, I think the absolute worst fucking step for him in his career was to take Exorcist after Halloween. Get the fuck away from Blumhouse. Get the fuck away from requels. Get the fuck away, Steven. Vamonos, children. And go do your own thing. And that's what he's doing. And he's going to have to rebuild a little bit. He needs to stay away from franchise horror. That's all. I can't fucking ice skate. It's not true, actually. I can ice skate. There's a lot of things I can't do. I'm not good at working on fucking cars. Like, I can barely put gas in my car. Does that make me not a man? Possibly. But it's true. We can't be great at everything. And some of us aren't great at a lot. But my point is that David Gordon Green is a good director. It's just this is not the right thing for him. And it would be the worst case scenario if Mike Flanigan signed on to direct a script that was written by the Scott Teams crew and all those at Blumhouse and all that. I honestly think they should get new producers for these movies too. Maybe Ryan Turek a little break, let him go do Black Phone 2. Maybe bring some people, a little more lively, okay? A little more willing to push the fucking needle and do the Exorcist movie that we all deserve in on this, and that's what they should do. But my best hope is that this is an original story that Flanigan's going to write, or at least get another writer on or work on. That's what we can hope for. And if that happens, we might be in for a fucking treat. Now, here's what I think that they should do with it. And this has been my idea for some time. I think it's a great idea, personally. Of course, it's mine. But I think what they should do, the only way to capture the essence of the original Exorcist is to do what they did with Halloween Kills and the flashback sequences. Say what you want about Halloween Kills. Those flashback sequences were fucking... I can't do I didn't want to go, fucking, I don't know what I'm doing. Those flashback sequences were fucking perfection, no matter how you want to slice it and dice it up. And the only way to make a movie feel like The Exorcist is to do that. Go back, recreate that world, recreate that whole scene, hire the same people if you have to, and let them recreate that entire world so that you feel like you're in the world of the original Exorcist movie. That's step one. Step two, you know who Mike Flanigan's good friends with? David Dastmalchian. And David Dastmalchian as a dark, fucked up priest that's going through some shit, perfect casting. And also his wife, Katie Siegel, is, I think I'm saying that right. I could be wrong. Sorry if I am. But she's absolutely amazing. I think she's super underrated as an actress. I think she's super charismatic. I think she fucking rules. So I would love to see her have a starring role in it. But yes, go back, do a period piece, and let them recreate the world on a soundstage the exact same way that they did with Halloween Kills. And I think you're off to a great start. Step two, no limits. No limit, soldier. I thought I told you. I think that they should just go fucking crazy. Write a script. Hire me the most fucked up guy you can find. That guy in the fucking street picking his own butt. Get him to me right now. I want to see his sickest fucking idea he has. I'm not saying it has to be a gore fest. I'm not saying it has to be disgusting. I'm just saying that it should fucking push some boundary. Fucking let me feel alive. Scare me. Do something fucking new. Get your fucking glossy paintbrush off this shit. Get in the street and roll around in the fucking dirt a little bit. I want to feel wrong when I watch an Exorcist movie. I want to feel like something fucked up broke inside of me when I watch an Exorcist movie. You know what I'm saying? Go fucking do some real life shit. Jump out of a fucking plane like Tom Cruise until you come up with something that makes me feel alive. I was really losing my train of thought there. But you get what I'm saying, right? God damn it. Get out of the fucking corporate fucking clean spectacle goddamn horse shit that you're in right now, Blumhouse. And give me something from the fucking dirty streets. I don't know. I mean everything I'm saying. I just know it's not coming out that way. Anyways, those are my thoughts on The Exorcist and what they should do. Let me know your thoughts down below. I love your fucking faces. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And if you click like on this video, I'll suck your...
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker. Loomis can't recover. Dr. Challenge drunk again, sleeping with your sister's friends.
Do you want to know about the darkness?
I said, goddamn. Goddamn, you faggot!
Halloween never ends, suck my fucking dick, and I don't really care what Blumhouse fucking says. Put him in a box, or suck a fucking cock. You can say he's dead, but we all know he's not, yeah. So let's go trick-or-treating, let's go fucking drinking, let's all go rent Pumpkinhead on VHS.